Hi Sagittarius, welcome to September. This is Teresa from TarotScope, and I'm getting ready to do your September Love TarotScope. And let's call in some good energy for this reading. Create some sacred space. And I want to say thank you for liking and subscribing to my channel. Thank you for taking the time out to comment. I read all of your comments, and I really appreciate your when I really enjoy hearing that the readings have helped people, and it's what makes this all worthwhile. So I thank you for taking that time to let me know. And what do we have coming up for you? You have a full moon in Pisces in your 4th house, and a new moon in Virgo in your 10th house. So career and home are going to be significant in September. So let's see what the cards say about love and life for Sagittarius for this month. What does Sagittarius need to know about love and life in the month of September? What is important for the month of September for Sag? Okay, Ace of Cups, the 8 of Swords, the Hermit, the Strength card, the Magician, the Lovers, the 2 of Pentacles, the 8 of Cups, the Hangman, and the Judgment. You've got a lot of major arcana in this reading, so this is going to be a significant month for you. Starting out with the Ace of Cups. It's the love card. New beginning in love. Either love or creativity. So there is potential for love in September, or at least a new beginning, because aces are always new beginnings. And with the cups, are always about emotion and feeling. So you're really feeling emotional in September. You're opening your heart up. There's only one problem with this 8 of Swords. You feel trapped. It's like a part of you is afraid to accept the love that's being offered you. You're feeling, so there's like a potential for love, but you're feeling like I can't move out of my current situation. I have this fear of moving on, moving towards something new. So whether it's a new relationship or a new creative opportunity, a part of you feels like I'm stuck where I'm at. I can't move out. But it's really just fear that's holding you back, because you have the talent and you have this ability to change your life for the better. You're just letting fear hold you back. You're letting fear block you. In the past, you have the Hermit. So the Hermit comes up. You maybe have been feeling like you're going through this dark night of the soul, trying to figure out, what do I need to do with my life? What do I need to make me happy? What kind of relationship is right for me? What type of career path is right for me? The Hermit is like, I need to take time out and figure it out. What do I really need? Is this new opportunity right for me? Is this the thing that I really want? What do I really want? Because before you can make choices or decisions, you have to really know what your needs are and what you really need. And so you sometimes you need to just quiet your mind and get away from all the distractions and all the advisors. You know, we surround ourselves with people that everybody wants to tell you what to do. But sometimes you just need to take time out with the Hermit and commune with yourself. You know, this is a card of going to someone for advice, usually someone whose opinion you respect. It could be a counselor, or it could be a good friend, or it could just mean going on a retreat, you know, like a vision quest, where you just take time out to think about your life path, and am I on the right track? Is this what I want? Are the people in my life the people I want in my life? Are the relationships in my life right? If I'm being offered love, is this love going to be good for me? Is this what I need? So those are the questions that you've been dealing with. And you also have here the Strength card, which has also influenced the reading. So you've been working on yourself. With the Strength card, the Strength is about controlling the inner demon, controlling the inner beast, the part of us that gets angry, that's reactive, part of us that flies off the handle or goes to extremes of emotion. We need to tame that wildness sometimes because it gets out of control. So it could have been in the past, in relationships, you've had to tame, you've had to deal with either your own issues around anger or someone else's anger. Someone has a problem getting their needs met. The Strength card teaches us that we don't have to roar to get our needs met. We can get our needs met in a calm way, using kindness. We don't have to be, beating someone over the head with a stick or pounding our fist on the table. We can just use diplomacy and kindness, and that's okay too. We can negotiate. We can be calm. We can deal with things in a calm way, not a reactive way. This is a card of reaction. Someone pushes your buttons and you blow your top, or you scream or yell or overreact in some way. So you've been working on this. Either some of you have been working on this yourself, or you might be dealing with someone. Because sometimes if we can't deal with our anger, we may have hidden anger issues. But you say, well, I never get angry. And if you're not dealing with it, if it's an unconscious thing that you're not aware of, a blind spot, then we can bring anger from the outside. So we can bring relationships in that express the anger that we are afraid to express. So that's when you meet people that have all these anger issues. So you might be with a partner who has anger issues. But what they are is really a reflection of your own inner repressed anger. So that's why it's good sometimes to have a counselor so that you can get at that hidden blind spot and release it, come to terms with it, and overcome it. Because you can't fix something that you can't see. So once you get to see what the issue is, then you can deal with it and overcome it. So that's something that you might be working on in September, and you may have already started working on this since this is the past. Coming up in the future, you have the Magician. The Magician is a great card because it's a card of talent and ability and confidence. And the Magician is also a card of communication. So you have this gift of communication, and you need to channel that energy. And so maybe you need to work on that. You have all the tools you need for success. So maybe you need to do more writing or more communicating. It's also a card of manifestation, using your visual and verbal words to create what you want for your life. If you notice this card, he's channeling divine energy. He's got his wand up in the air. He's like tapping into that universal energy, that divine light, and he's bringing it down into the earth. So you start out with an idea. Nothing gets built without thought. You have to think it first before you can create it in the physical plane. So he's thinking it, visualizing it, and then using the power of words to bring it to fruition. There's a saying, abracadabra. It means I create as I speak. So we have to really be careful what we're thinking and how we're speaking, because that's what we're going to be manifesting. So focus on the positive if you want to manifest wonderful things in your life. Speak those wonderful things into existence. Think those wonderful things. Stay away from the naysayers or the dark side, where you're worried about what could go wrong and you're imagining all these, negative, critical, judgmental things about whatever you're trying to do. Stay on the positive side, and you will bring that reality into existence. So you're going to be making some decisions. Also, you have the Lover's card here. With the Lover's card, this could represent a very important relationship. Especially with this Ace of Cups here, you could have this new beginning with a significant relationship. It could be someone new, or it could be a new start with an old relationship. You know, if you're in an existing relationship, maybe it's going through some type of transition and rebirth, and you're trying to make it better for some of you. For others, it could mean that you meet someone else and now you have to choose between two people. Because the Lovers is always a choice between two paths. So you have, and it doesn't have to always be, you know, a cheating situation. It could just mean, do I commit and go to a deeper level with this person, or do I walk away? And if you're just dating, it could be like, well, you know, I have this person that I'm interested in, that I've been seeing for a while, and now there's this other person who's on the horizon, and I'm feeling attracted to that person. There's a lot of juggling going on here. You have this Two of Pentacles. So the Lovers always, it's a major choice has to be made. Whether it's a choice between two relationship people, you know, who do I really love? Which relationship is going to be better for me? It could be also a career choice. What path do I need to be on for my life's, you know, my sole purpose? Whatever choice you make, you really need to do a lot of thinking. That's why this Hermit is here. It's telling you to really think and seriously consider, before I make that decision, what do I really need in a relationship? What do I need? What is going to be good for me? Because once you make that choice with the Lovers, the other option goes away. You can't it's very hard to undo it. And especially with these eclipses, that eclipses often operate that way, where you make a decision, you make a choice, and then the other option just kind of like dries up and fades away. You know, you just can't go back. It's like you're walking over a bridge and the bridge crumbles when you get to the other side. You have to keep going. You can't go back. You have to go forward. So there could be someone very significant in your life, and you have some decisions to make about where you want to take this relationship. Do you want to take it with you on your path? Do you want to, can you imagine your life without this person? Or do you feel that it's time for you to go it alone and find something better? This is what's going to be on your mind in September. Making choices. Choosing your true path and your true relationship. Because here you have this Two of Pentacles. You're juggling a lot of stuff right now. You can't keep it up forever. At some point you're going to have to choose. You can't, you know, wear yourself out trying to do everything. At some point you have to figure out, where am I going to focus? What's the path that brings me the most joy? And where do I focus my energy? And then I need to drop these other things, because I just can't do it all, you know. I have to do what means the most to me, what brings me the most spiritual peace or, you know, meaning. Because here you have the Eight of Cups, which is a card of walking away from something that you once cared about, that was very important in your life. But now you found something else that's calling you, and you're moving toward that. And it could be a new love, a relationship that's kind of like fading, and you feel yourself, you need to move on to something more meaningful. It could also be a career path. You know, you have these two eights here. The eights represent power. So where do you feel the most power? And I'm not talking about power over others. I'm talking about self-empowerment. What is it that when you're doing it, you feel that it is who you are in every fiber of your being? And that could be the work that you do. It can be a relationship that you're in. When you're with this person, you know, time stands still. You just can't see your life without this person. Or when you're doing this particular thing, whatever it is, time you would do it for nothing. You just love it, you know. And so the 8 sometimes means giving something up for something better. And you have both of these cards, the Hangman too. So you're definitely going to be thinking about walking away from something that was once fulfilling but is no longer serving you, and moving on to something that is much more, maybe even more, taking more of a spiritual path, or something that's at least more meaningful. And sometimes the 8 can also mean like changing location, moving to an area that is mountainous or coastal. Not in all cases. Sometimes it's just a figurative move. It's not a literal one. But sometimes it can be. It can mean that you're thinking about, you know, checking out a different area, a different place to live. And with the Hangman, you have to be patient. This is in your wish fulfillment. You may be feeling like you're in limbo now, like things are not moving. But that's because we've had all this retrograde energy. And things are going to start picking up because Mercury will be going direct on the 5th. Saturn already started going direct at the end of August. Pluto will be going direct at the end of September. So we're starting to get these planets out of their stuck in the mud mode, and they're starting to move forward. And, you know, with your new moon in the 10th house, you could be thinking about a new career path or a new job offer. And it may involve a move. And with the full moon in Pisces, something is coming to completion. And it could be something around the home. Maybe there's a place that you've lived for a long time, and that phase of your life is ending and you're ready to move on. Neptune is connected with this full moon, so just make sure that you're seeing things realistically, that you're not caught up in a pipe dream, that you're not over-idealizing situations. So as long as you keep a grip on reality, make your choices based on facts, not wish fulfillment, wishful thinking. The other thing with Neptune is it's a great time to create art. So if you have any kind of creative leanings, you could be finishing up some art projects or some projects where you're working in your home. There's some good energy around this full moon. Saturn is trining the moon. The sun is trining Pluto. There's a lot of very powerful energies. Good time for creativity, getting your emotions out. So maybe you should write something that has to deal with emotions or creativity. Write a love letter, or write an article that speaks to your soul, an article on spirituality. Whatever it is, you're moving in a positive direction. Because you have the Judgment here. The Judgment is a freedom, it's a rebirth. You have a potential to reboot in September. The Judgment card is a card of, you know, you're working on yourself. It's like a wake-up call, a spiritual awakening, where you suddenly realize, you know what, I've been doing this all wrong. And now I know what I need to do. And I'm going to work on myself. I know what my habits are that are self-destructive. You know, if I've been working too hard, or if I've been, whatever it is that you've been doing that you know has been hurting your dreams or your goals, you're going to stop doing that, or you're going to be really working on self-empowerment in September. And the Judgment usually comes up when we are the agents of change. When we decide that my life needs to change and I'm going to be the one to change it. I'm not waiting for, you know, some opportunity to knock. I'm not waiting for some stroke of luck. I'm going to make my life what I want it to be. I'm going to be the agent of change. And the Judgment often comes up when you leave relationships, change jobs. There's a lot of movement there because your needs are changing. Because you've been getting stronger within. And you've been working on yourself. And you're feeling more confident. So your needs, the things that you were satisfied with in the past, are no longer satisfying. And you want more. And you want something that fits you better. That fits the new you. And you're going to claim that. You can claim that in September. It may mean walking away from things. It may mean breaking free from your fears so you can embrace the new. But I feel that it's going to be a positive change in the end. You just have to get through the decision making. Because once you make the decision, action is easy after that. It's the stress that leads up to the decision, where you're weighing everything. That's what brings the stress. But once you decide, then you're golden. You're just like, okay, I decided, I'm going to put my energy and I'm going. I'm doing this. I'm doing it. So I wish you wise decisions for September. And take that time out that you need to really tap into what your true needs are. And don't be afraid to follow that path wherever it leads. Follow that dream, like Elvis says. Follow that dream, wherever that dream may lead. It's going to lead you to your soul's purpose and to your joy. So I wish you the best, Sag. Great decisions, great new beginnings, and moving on to a new life where you can express your creativity and your true inner self and let your light shine in the world. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope this was a help to you. And if you want to have a private reading, you can contact me on my website and we can get that scheduled. In the meantime, have a wonderful September, and I will talk to you again in October. Okay, bye now.